What's up, everybody? It's Joel here, back in the snake room after a busy weekend at the Columbia Repticon show. We had a great time and was especially glad that some of you guys came out and met us at the show. Thanks for introducing yourselves and talking snakes. We really enjoyed it. Depending on when you came by, you might have even met Pops, the man, the myth, the legend. You probably remember him more than you remember me. Today, I want to share with you my top 5 favorite ball pythons that we produced this year. Specifically, I'm going to be looking at recessive mutations. I'll do another video later that focuses on my 5 favorite that aren't recessives, but today that's going to be the focus. So I hope you enjoy. Let's take a look at this top 5. All right, so coming in at number 5 is this beautiful Orange Dream Leopard Pied. He's 50% possible het clown. And the reason I chose him out of the clutch, there was several OD Leopard clowns, but this guy just has something different going on. If you can see, I don't know how familiar you are with those combos, but when I compare him to his sisters, he just looks so much different. His pattern is much more faded. It's washed out. The head pattern is not quite as bright. It just looks different. And the weird thing about this is there's no gene that I know in this combo. He's a little feisty right now. There's no gene that was in this combo that I know that could cause this washing out of the pattern and kind of breaking up some of the solid black lines. So this is really a mystery. I labeled him as a OD Leopard Plus piebald because I really don't know what's in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to hang on to him and try and see if I can prove out what that is, but I can't figure it out based on looking at mom or dad what else might be in there. But it's got to be something. I mean, I guess in theory it could just be some variation of the Orange Dream, but he really looks markedly different from the other OD Pieds and OD Leopard Pieds. They're all OD Leopards. So that's why I chose this guy out of that clutch as my number 5 favorite recessive of 2023. Sticking with the Pied theme, here at number 4 is this absolute stunner of a yellow belly pied. Now it's pretty simple. It's just one gene added into the pied. He is possibly het for lavender albino, but you've probably seen, if you watched our short videos, we did some highlights with this guy crawling around. He's got quite a personality on him, although he's a little shy right now. Here he comes. This dude is gorgeous. Look at that pattern. There is so much richness to the dark patterns on here. The contrast with the yellows and oranges is incredible. The pixelation makes him look like something out of like a game or animated movie. Like, he's just so beautiful. He's curious. He's always, look at him already checking everything out. He's beautiful. He's got this awesome head stamp with the, if I can get him to turn there, with a V on his head. But just so much pattern, great balance of the white and the pattern at the front, and he goes to white, transitions to white in the back. Just an amazing guy, and so far has a great personality, not angry, but really seems to come alive very, very quickly and want to explore everything. I'm really tempted to hold on to this guy. I haven't decided yet, but he is, one way or the other, whether he stays here or he goes to a new home, he is going to be an amazing pet. And this is my number 4 recessive favorite from this season. All right, coming in at number 3, we're going to get away from the pieds for a minute, and we're going to come to this beautiful pastel Orange Dream Leopard Clown. I chose this one to hold back. I actually had, I think, 5 or 6 female pastel OD Leopard Clowns this season, and this one really just captured my attention the most. If you look, the sides are so washed out. It's not coming through on the camera, but it almost looks pure white. It's really, really unique. Comparing it to the other ones, they just don't wash out like that on the sides, and those alien heads just kind of fade into being invisible. It's really cool. Please don't bite me. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure that this girl is leopard, but the way her pattern trails off into spotting at the end kind of leads me to believe she is. So one way or the other, she's staying put. I'm going to raise her up And I look forward to the day when I get to pair her up and prove her out. We're also keeping one other combo like this, my one-eyed snake, but when it came down to choosing my top 5, I just had to go with this girl here because that pattern, the way it washes out on the bottoms, really just strikes me. I think she's gorgeous, and don't you agree? This is number 3. All right, we're back with number 2, and this guy, unfortunately, is in shed. I guess I should have checked with his agent to let him know we were filming today, but he is absolutely gorgeous. This is a little bit of a mystery. We're not quite sure. I believe he is a super GHI pied, but I also think he has yellow belly in there. I'm not sure on either of those enough to say 100% he's definitely yellow belly or he's definitely super GHI. I've talked with some other breeders who are much more experienced, and we kind of all kind of have a similar feeling, but the consensus seems to be that he's probably super GHI. I was talking with my friend Troy from Balls and Strikes at the show this weekend, and he was pointing out how these borders around the saddles, oftentimes yellow belly pieds don't have that. But I had to go back and look at the original videos when he was born and when he was first shed. None of his saddles had these borders. And so this is all developed as he shed a few times, which really is confusing. But because I've never produced or even really seen a super GHI pied in person, I'm wondering if that could have that influence. So I still think he's a GHI yellow belly, definitely one copy of GHI in there. I think he's a GHI yellow belly and possible super GHI. But he is absolutely gorgeous, stunning snake. And this came from our surprise mystery clutch where we didn't even know that either parent was het pied. And so what a treasure and a unique gem this guy is. I've had him for sale, but to be honest, as I've been thinking about it more and more, I think I'm probably going to hang on to him, let him grow up over the next year, and then next season, at the end of 2024, we'll try and breed him and prove him out and see if we can't determine for sure if he is super GHI and if he is yellow belly, and that should be quite an adventure. But this guy, even in shed, looks quite amazing. He won't show you his head, but it's incredible. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the videos of where this clutch hatched. I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, this is hard to believe, this is my number 2 favorite recessive ball python of 2023. All right, the moment has arrived. We're here at number 1, my favorite recessive combo from this year. And yes, this is the sister of the male that I just showed you at number 2. She was from that same mystery clutch, and she is amazing. She's growing like crazy. She is a black pastel GHI pied. I put super as a possibility, but I don't think so. I think she's just an awesome, amazing black pastel GHI pied. She's been developing a few little black spots in addition to her saddles, but she is so sweet. And she's really growing fast. So I'm really excited to raise her up and see what she does for us in the future. She's beautiful. I've had some people like before they barely, or when they barely crawled out of the eggs, were contacting me wanting to buy this girl. And I knew, Beard, I knew right from the beginning that I was going to hang on to this girl. She is gorgeous. She's sweet. And she is my top number 1 favorite of the year. And there you have it. My top 5. But wait, is there more? All right, now I know I'm throwing this off a little bit, but I just couldn't stop at 5. I had to do an honorable mention in here. So I have to bring this boy in who really isn't a true recessive, I don't believe. This is another mystery. This is from our second clutch. And here we had 2 parents that, again, I didn't know either of them had any hets in them. And the first thing I see sticking out of the egg is this guy's head. Now, if you're not well versed in clowns, this looks an awful lot like a clown head. Not completely, but I was like, no way there's a clown in here. I couldn't be that lucky to hit matching hets that I didn't know in the same season, let alone in back-to-back clutches. But this boy is so amazing. I just had to bring him in here as an honorable mention. I believe, talking with other folks, that this is a pinstripe Krypton. If you're not familiar with Krypton, Krypton is an allelic combination of two recessive hets. So when a snake is het cryptic and het clown, it creates a Krypton, which gives the visual appearance of a cryptic, even though it's not. That's what I believe is going on here. I don't know for sure. I'm going to have Dad test it as soon as he sheds, because I believe he may be het clown, because I know the breeder I got the mom from worked with some het cryptic stuff and cryptic stuff, so that's possibly in there. So I'm going to check that out. He's just being stubborn and not shedding. But the other thing I love about this boy, not only is he bright, his pattern is like almost hieroglyphic in some places. He's just so beautiful. But he has, if I had to label any snake that I produced this season as having the best personality, it's this guy. When I open the tub, he's always curious. He comes out to see. He's got no defensive nature really at all. He does eat well, but man, he's just, I can't keep him on the screen. He is so curious and friendly. He was even hanging out with my friend Katie at the Reptile show this weekend. He is just, he's just a stud. He's so beautiful. I just had to bring him out. So this is my honorable mention. Technically cheating, but hey, it's my video. I'll cheat if I want to. Hey, comment in the comments down below. Let me know which of these 5 you like best, or 6, I guess I should say. Let me know which one you like best. These are my top 6 favorites, recessives, sort of recessives from this year. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day.